So, Judy, I'm not gonna lie. I was about to say you didn't actually have to put on something that showed the ladies, because for anyone who doesn't know, which you weren't here, how would you know unless you hacked into a FaceTime of us? Judy
Yeah,
had a different top on because we had a FaceTime a minute ago, our first ever pre-show meeting.
I
Um,
know.
so
Why didn't we
she
think
had
about this before?
well because we weren't taking it seriously until now. Anyway, so she said she was going to change. And I said, okay, yeah, put on something that shows the girls a little more. And then
Mm,
here we are. I
here we
was
are.
gonna I was gonna make a comment about that, but now what I have to make a comment about. What was this?
Oh,
What was that?
it's my double chin. I was trying to see if I could like squeeze it out for like
What?
the episode. I don't know. Let's start the try.
Oh, welcome to a conversation with Judy and Ryan right here on youtube.com. Just search at TABPOD on any social media platform and you'll find us. You can also listen to the audio version of the podcast on all of your audio platforms: Apple, Spotify, Amazon. A conversation with Judy and Ryan is happening now. All right, let's just get this out of the way.
Okay.
I'm sure you noticed that I look a little different today
Yeah.
than I normally do.
Right.
So normally if I wear my hair back to work in a ponytail, I will take it out so that so that I look my naturally lockful self, right?
Right.
But someone brought something to my attention today that was really interesting.
Okay.
Have you seen The Idol on HBO?
No.
No?
No.
So in The Idol, hold on. I actually just texted this to a mutual friend of ours, Yaya.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yaya, if you're listening to this show, I told you I would talk about this. So she hadn't seen the show either, because no one
Mhm.
has, because it's terrible. Don't go and watch the show now unless you're into watching just really, really bad television. It's on
Okay.
HBO and the Max streaming app, in case you want to ruin your life. So the weekend plays a character in this, and I was described as someone who I not that I look like him, but
Mhm.
that I portray the same kind of energy that he has in that show.
Oh. Okay.
And the way that I described the weekend in this show to our mutual friend, not the one who said I had this energy, but our mutual friend, was he kind of looks like a sleazy club owner, cokehead cult leader.
And I
Yep.
can just picture it exactly the way, like,
See, hold on. I'm going to text you a picture right now
okay.
so you can see. But I just like and the other way that I was describing, or that to give off the right energy, if anyone else is still like, you haven't seen the show and you're not going to go Google it right now because you have better things to do with your life.
Right.
Uh I give off like a porn producer vibe, like not the director, unless like he has many hats on, like he's
Yeah.
the marketer, the director, and the producer, but just like you just got it, huh? You just
Yeah.
yeah. What do you think?
Who allowed him to to look like this?
Oh, all right. Hold
Oh
on.
my God.
I'm so glad that
Okay.
we finally got that out of the way. I wanted you to see that so badly. I've been leaving that in. My head has been hurting. Oh, ponytails. Everyone thinks a ponytail is just super nice and super easy. No, sometimes that thing hurts, man.
I'm
Also, my
sorry.
hair is still wet. How thick is my hair that it's still wet from earlier this morning when I showered? I did shower.
That's very odd, but yeah, I mean, if you've had it in a ponytail, it's not going to air out any way possible. So,
Gotta let that moisture air out. gotta get some breeze on it.
Now you're gonna smell musty.
What?
I
Are you
feel
saying my
like
hair's
I said your hair's gonna smell musty because it's just been damp all day. Like,
nah?
no,
It
okay.
smells delicious.
All right. I mean, you know how towels, right? Towels, when they just stay wet and they don't ever air out, they just start smelling musty.
I don't know towels, but I do know about musty vaginas, and I mean that it works the same way.
Okay, so
So
there we go. There we go. Sorry, my AC just turned on. Can you hear it?
no, but
Like whooshing. Okay,
either way, if we did
it
hear
bothers
if
me
we but
so.
here's my question: if we can hear it, are you gonna go run to the thermostat and turn it off?
No, I'll close the vent. That's the thing.
Okay.
Like I'll close the vent.
I was like, what does it matter? You're not gonna, I'm not, if you can hear mine, I don't give a shit. I'm not going to turn it off. Oh, swear jar, you still can't hear it. I haven't figured that out yet.
It's
I
okay.
think, I think it's because you're the host of the meeting.
Okay.
So I've been doing some research on different streaming platforms in order to figure that out, but that's for another day. Going
Okay.
back to the weekend.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, this was, he he might have ruined his acting career with this.
Before it even started.
Before it started, there's been a lot of turmoil around this show because a lot of stuff. You know, it was supposed to be a 6-episode thing that turned into a 5-episode thing. The original showrunner didn't stick around. A new showrunner came in. A bunch of stuff went into it. But at the end of the day, his acting is atrocious.
Wait, now you watched the whole thing.
I have not watched the whole thing. I
Okay.
have watched multiple reviews of it on YouTube.
Of course.
But here's the thing. There's enough clips in there to show me how his acting was.
Yeah.
And part of it is the character he was playing, but part of it is just the way that it's framed together. And no, like he does this, there's a sex scene and he just goes, ugh.
Oh, that's not.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
Ugh.
Stop
Oh,
doing that.
I don't know about you, but I'm sure feeling musty.
Now, isn't the actress in that Johnny Depp's daughter?
It is Johnny Depp's
Right?
daughter.
Okay.
From how I understand it, like Bad Show, she does a serviceable job. There's a lot of good actors in that show. Hank Azaria is also in it.
Oh, okay.
You know, which is why, like, I don't understand how do they do so bad. I have watched an episode. I wasn't going to
Okay.
subject myself to. Yeah, I've watched the first episode.
Okay.
Ugh.
What's funny
yeah.
is that I remember like all the Twitter reviews people were putting out, weeks before the show came out. And they're like, this is the worst show on HBO, blah, blah, blah. And, people are like, well, it's not even out yet. Maybe give it a chance. Apparently, it's just bad. So,
No, yeah, it's bad. It's very bad. So honestly, if you are at all thinking about watching it, do it now before they yank it from HBO or Max. Sorry, it's not HBO Max anymore. Max. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to think what. Oh. So bad segue, but here we are, right? This is the world we live in. The Weeknd plays a wacky character, and Carly Russell is a wacky character.
Boy, oh boy, Carly, you are one wacky character.
So right before you were telling me about the Carly Russell story, but please fill in anyone who is not aware of what happened with this lovely lady.
All I know is that there was a missing person in Alabama. And it became like this big national thing, like especially on Twitter, everyone was putting like oh, praying for Carly Russell, this, and this. And like,
which, by the way, that just shows you how segmented we are as just people and media. Because if this is 20 years ago, everyone knows who this is. Right now, I guarantee we have 4 listeners, and I guarantee you 2 of them are like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, exactly. You know?
and the other 2 are you and me.
Like, I was telling my husband, I go, did you hear about the Carly Russell thing? He's like, who?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God. Okay.
So sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, so there was a missing person, Carly Russell, out of Alabama. You know, everyone's like, oh, praying for her return. There were like these video clips of like her getting abducted and all these different clips, right? And then she comes out, you know, she makes it home safely. And she says, sorry, my dog is here. And she's like, oh, you know, like I was abducted and this, they didn't give me any like food, but they let me go, you know, type situation. And it's a little weird, right? But great. We're like happy she's home. And then a couple of days ago, it comes out that like the Alabama PD department, like saying it was all a hoax. And she just made this shit up. And then they released, like, the icing on this whole cake was that they released her like her Google searches the day like she got abducted. Now I had to pull it up so I could tell you some of the things that she searched.
I'm very excited. I've heard them. I'm very excited for this.
Hours before she was abducted. One of them is, do you have to pay for an Amber Alert? What's the age limit, or like what's the maximum age limit of an Amber Alert? I mean, it's not funny because I'm sure there's something, you know, happening, but still.
No, it's funny. This is funny. Go ahead. Keep going, please.
Sorry.
The Google search, please.
Yes. How to take money from a register without being caught. Now, mind you, it comes out that Carly actually works at a hospital. So what register is she referring to here at the hospital? I don't know.
Well, I have theories on everything. So there's one more Google search that I'm waiting for you to say, though.
Okay, would it be this one? She searched for the movie Taken.
Yes.
Which, if those who don't know anything about Taken, it's a movie where Liam Neeson's daughter gets kidnapped and he goes after his kidnapper or her kidnappers.
Guess what? It happens 2 more times. Dumbest child ever.
Bitch, how you get kidnapped 3 times in a row?
How about you just stay home? Okay.
Maybe.
All right. So I'm going to fill in some of the gaps for the Carly Russell story that I had heard. First, when she came back, she just like walked up to the house and knocked on the door. She was just like, "Hey, I'm back now."
Here.
Yeah. Okay. She also said that she had gotten out of her car in order to try to rescue a toddler. But the Alabama Police Department came out and said that if that were true, then based on where she said she saw the toddler would have been like 3 football fields of traffic because it was on a very busy highway.
Right.
And not one other person reported seeing this toddler by this freeway, right?
Yeah.
She also, now I've heard conflicting stories as far as how she was treated, right? I've heard that she didn't get food. I also heard that she just got to have cheese and crackers the whole time. That's all she was fed. Okay. However, she left her car and all of her stuff, right? But she had just gotten some snacks and the snacks were gone. She took this wherever the secretary located. Look, I'm going to just put it out there, okay? If you think this was a real kidnapping and you think I'm being insensitive, okay, fine. I think that she is trying to pull something, and that's where my head is at. So if
Right.
I'm wrong, then I apologize to you, Carly. Okay. But guess
Yeah.
what? Based on everything I've seen so far, I don't think I'm wrong. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing, because you brought up the cash register about that, she could work at like the food
The
hall.
cafeteria.
The cafeteria, the food hall. It's a 1950s food
The
hall.
food hall.
She could work in the cafeteria. So
Yeah.
there would be a register there. Maybe
Makes
even a
sense,
gift
yes.
shop. You know, I don't know. I don't know if all hospitals have gift shops, but I've been to a couple. You get a teddy bear, you get some
Yeah, they all
flowers.
have some
You
little
know.
gift shop there. Yeah.
But she was also found with like $100 in her sock. So the people who kidnapped her not only did not do anything bad to her, except for maybe play with her hair and feed her the lowliest of cheese and crackers, but also like didn't check that she had anything on her or
Right.
gave her a hundo
To go free.
And then the last thing, and this is not my joke, but this I heard this earlier on the Levitard show, but it's just so true. She didn't watch Taken and use that as source material.
Right.
She Googled Taken. She went with plot synopsis as her formula for figuring out how to kidnap herself. You know what's dumb though is she didn't even Google the right movie. Gone Girl. Gone Girl. Oh, spoiler alert. This is basically Gone Girl, except, well, I mean, Gone Girl wasn't acted that great either, so.
Yeah. Maybe like Missing, or what was that movie? Searching?
Are you talking about the one
Missing.
where Nia Long disappears?
Okay, Nia Long is Missing. But the one before that was with John Cho, and that was Searching, where his daughter was missing. Right? I don't know.
Yeah. John Cho. He did that indie film for Amazon or whatever. Okay, yeah. He's trying to be, he's always been the I had to put work first kind of dad, and now I'm trying to have a relationship with my daughter. Yeah, but I'm Asian and sensitive, so it's different than the other times that somebody like Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone did it. That's why this is an indie film and not a film from Hollywood.
Right. Okay. I don't know what that was.
I'm just like, because it's and don't get me wrong, I get that it is extremely hard to do anything original, right? But when I heard people talking about that movie and just the way that movie is being portrayed, it was just so up its own ass. And I mean that because it's nothing that we haven't seen in Hollywood 100 times before. It's just done, in the Hollywood limelight. Dad also has to have cancer or something, or he has to be a fish out of water, big old muscular dad or something like that. With this one, he was just like, hey, I kind of fucked up, whatever.
Do you know what the movie was, though?
Of course. Searching.
It was, it's one of those movies where it's all shown like on a FaceTime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're talking about two different movies then. I don't know. I don't know so I know the Nia Long Missing is all first person. I was talking about the John Cho Searching, but I thought that was the movie where like, he goes on a basically a road trip with his daughter to rekindle.
No, they're definitely not that kind of movie.
So who played Harold in Harold and Kumar?
He was Harold.
Okay, John Cho. Okay, so it's the same actor at least.
Yes.
At least I didn't mess the actor up. It's the same guy.
I was like, wait, I'm like, he is Harold.
I just want to make sure. Like, it's one thing. It's one thing if I go, isn't John, just to make sure John Cho is Harold from Harold and Kumar, right? But imagine if I fuck that up and it's a different actor. There's no coming back.
They made like four Harold and Kumar.
There's no amount of this is not a racist joke that I can say to make that work. No. That is one of those moments you say, excuse me, you get off and you just call it a day. You're done. You go sit in the penalty box. You're done. So I had to brace myself.
If you ever get a chance to watch the movie, it's actually really good.
I don't like first person movies though.
Oh, okay. Well, guess you'll never watch it then.
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm not a fan of. Look, I barely FaceTime. Okay, that's just not something I enjoy doing. Is looking at someone's face this close to my face. So, yeah. Okay. But John Cho, great actor. Yeah,
love him. I love John Cho. I think he's great. Okay. Anyways.
Speaking of Hollywood, though, have you heard about the actors and writers strike going on?
Yes.
This is like, I want to talk about this like a month ago, but it's insane now. What do you know?
All I know is apparently, like, we thought, I mean, yes, we know there's actors who get paid very well out there, but some of the actors we would think would get paid well, apparently, do not. Like Mandy Moore was saying how she got like pennies in residuals for like her show. What's that sad show? What's the sad show called?
I don't know. I know that she was in. I know she was in like A Walk to Remember, but that's a movie. I don't know that. Oh, the sad show on Us. This Is Us. Yes. Okay.
Yes, big show, right? Multiple seasons.
Okay, no, I'm sorry. That I feel like that's on Mandy Moore. She should have a better agent then. Like I thought you were going to literally. That's why my head went to Walk to Remember, because I thought my residuals from that movie I did when I was 17 and just getting into the movie industry are not that great. But you're telling me that the biggest dramatic show in the last 10 years to come out, she got pennies. That's on you, Mandy Moore. Okay, that's on you.
Wow.
What? I would say the same thing if Brad Pitt said, for that last Quentin Tarantino movie, I took pennies on good for you. That's your choice then. You command enough attaché, which is a suitcase, not what I meant, but you command enough presence or whatever that you can get more than pennies on the dollar. I'm not saying that Mandy Moore is Brad Pitt, but what I am saying is that it's not like she's not a name. So if you feel like you're getting underpaid, don't take the job. Anyway, back to the people who are striking.
Sorry, yes, let's go. So I wish I knew more about the strikes. I just see bits and pieces of it. And then like all these big time like CEOs of these huge streaming companies or what have you talking about like, what they're asking for is unreasonable. I don't think a living wage for them is unreasonable, but...
So this is why I love this show. This is why I love doing this show with you, right? Because you know just enough to let me in and guide the rest of it. You're like,
that's what I do here.
I know a little bit about a little bit. Hey,
hi, Alex.
Hey, Alex. So, did you see how it didn't blurry?
Yeah, it didn't blurry.
It's staying focused on me, right?
Yes.
I fixed my camera. I turned off the autofocus. I left it manual. You can't. I can do whatever I want. I can make cool moves all day now. What? Oh, can't see me. Anyway, the writer/actor strike and why it is so important, depending on your level of caring, right? Because at the end of the day, for the most part, and I get it, this is not talking about everybody, but for the most part, we are talking about people who make hundreds of thousands of dollars arguing with people who make millions and billions of dollars, right? So we're talking about rich people against rich people. Now, at the same time, a living wage in California, you kind of have to be rich at this point, depending on what part of California you live in. If you're in the LA County area, if you're in the San Francisco area, 100 grand is like poverty. Yeah. So I get where they're coming from with that. But at the end of the day, I have never come close to making $100,000 in my life. So that's rich people problems to me. Also, they chose this job. I choose to do this podcast every week. I don't get paid. Okay.
I'm not
striking.
Nope.
You're giving away free advertisement for Sam's Club. Meanwhile, I'm just like, yo, can we get any kind of sponsorship? But the reason that this is important is, forget what you're saying, or not you, but forget what they're saying about money and residuals and all that kind of stuff, right? The first thing that's important is they are trying to, and by they I mean the studios, they are trying to get rid of jobs. I am never in favor of them trying to get rid of jobs. And what I mean by that is they are trying to entice showrunners, like I was talking about earlier. The showrunner is basically the boss of the show that you're watching, right?
Okay.
He's in charge of everything. They're trying to get showrunners to stop hiring writers and entice them by paying them a bonus and having them write everything themselves.
Okay.
So that they can not have to pay those writers, right? But if you fast forward 5 years, 10 years from now, then that bonus is no longer happening. It's just going to be expected that the showrunner write the show.
Right. Yeah.
You also have the worry, and I've heard this argued from both sides of it, right? But you have the worry that AI can come in and start taking over for the writers, right? And so instead of having a room of writers like you used to, now you will have, because I heard it be argued that an AI program can never take over for a writer, because writers not only write the story, but then they go and they talk to the director, they talk to the actors, they talk to everyone involved, and then change the story as needed in order to, make all that fit.
Right. Yeah.
I still think you could do that with AI. Obviously, it's not going to be a computer fucking rolling around talking to the director and everything.
A little robot.
But I do think that what you will end up having is you'll have, instead of a full room of writers, you'll have one or two people that go around and collect data from all these people. They input the data into the AI system, and the AI system spits out the script. Okay. So that's a worry. And that's just stuff from the and that's before you talk about money and residuals and all that stuff, right? Because streaming is a huge part of this, because streaming is so new. No one really knows how anyone should be getting paid on that stuff, or everyone's trying to keep their own money, whatever. But the thing that was really interesting to me, and why this has become kind of a landmark thing, is that the actors are on strike with the writers. Because this is where at first, why I almost didn't care about it, because I remember when the writers went on strike in like the early 2000s, and it's why the shows like Heroes drowned because they either went away completely, or like Heroes, they like had scab writers, or they tried to rush stuff, so it just didn't work out properly. And so I remember, but I was like, okay, so this is what happens. A union strikes every so often to make sure stuff happens, but blah, blah, blah. The reason that this has become, like I said, landmark is because it's the first time that the Actors Guild union has been on strike.
Yeah.
It's either 1980 or 1960. I want to say 1960, but that's probably wrong. But no one thought that the actors were going to go on strike. Here's why they are going on strike.
Okay.
On top of many other things, one of the proposals that movie studios want to have put in place is for people like who are extras. Instead of having them actually be in a movie, they want you to come in for one day, maybe even just a couple hours, but you'll get paid 1 day's worth of work. They will scan you into their system, and then they basically own your likeness in perpetuity, and you get zero residuals after that very first day that you were paid for.
Wow, I didn't know about that.
Right. So, and we've already seen stuff like that in which they are using people. Now, I know that they have to get it licensed out because it's bigger names or whatever, but we have seen them use people's likenesses for movies already. But if they're doing something like that, you are literally saying to people that they are nothing more than a commodity, that a disposable commodity is what I'm trying to say. That's all you're trying to say, is that I only want you for this one thing, and then that's all the value that you will ever have for it. And if it
Right.
starts with
Yeah.
the extras, at some point it will creep itself up. It's, maybe you'll still have it. You'll still have your leading men and women actors and actresses like The Rock. But if you can tell me that The Rock can act next to a CGI AI creation of some character actor, you telling me that the studios won't do that?
Right. Just to cut back on cost or anything.
I
Yeah.
mean, we already see it with movies today in which they are stopping letting them go shoot out on location in lieu of doing it on a green screen or in a sound stage or whatever. So and then the other part, and this was an anonymous CEO, but it was really, and yeah, we all know that this is the truth, but it's one of those things you don't say it. You're a grimy piece of shit if you actually say this. But some anonymous CEO came out and said, this is fine. We knew that this was going to take a long time, and we're just waiting it out until their homes start to foreclose, and then they'll need us. But then, my boy, Hellboy.
Yes.
What's it? Oh God,
Ron Perlman.
Thank you, God. I knew it was Ron, but in my head, the only thing I could think of was Ron Arnett, the basketball, or Ron Artest, the basketball player. So I was just,
not Meta World Peace. No.
Yes, exactly. The athlete formerly known as Ron Artest. So Ron Perlman just did this. I don't know if it's a TikTok or an Instagram reel or what. But
yeah,
he was so. If you've ever seen him in Sons of Anarchy,
yes.
He was full Sons of Anarchy. It made me realize that he wasn't playing a character in that show. He was playing himself and speaking a character's words. But he was just like, you could lose your homes a lot of ways. You could lose it financially. You could lose it because you just don't know where it is. Or you could lose it because someone burnt it to the ground. Something to think about.
Yeah.
That's me paraphrasing it, but it was so menacing.
Yes. And just the way he said it, his voice. I love Ron Perlman.
He really is.
He's great.
He's so amazing. Did you ever watch Sons of Anarchy?
Yes.
Yes.
Loved.
It's honestly, it's a show that has ruined other shows for me. It was so good. Like Snowfall. I understand Snowfall is not that show at all, but it's made on FX. And it's a similar type of show, gritty, about you're following the bad guy as the anti-hero as he goes against other bad guys and cops and stuff like that. I can't fucking watch that show because to me, it's just another version of Sons of Anarchy. I really couldn't watch Mayans because that's literally just another version of Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
I want my Charlie Hunnam.
Who doesn't? In his long locks. And
starting to get musty again. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Wow, you're talking about Charlie Hunnam and his locks. I'm like, yo, girlfriend. Yeah. Man. But not even just him. The guy who played Opie.
Yes.
And God, I know. How is it that I know he played Opie in that show, and I know that he played Gary Bertier in fucking Remember the Titans, but I can't remember his actual name. This is what happens. This is what happens when you're raised by television, kids. Okay, don't be like me. Go outside and touch grass. Okay.
Well, let's not forget we actually mentioned him shows ago, and I didn't even know that it was the same guy who played from Remember the Titans. I had to Google it like right then and there.
I had to Google it while I was watching the show because he did look just different enough. Also, he comes off as a fucking giant in Sons of Anarchy. He looks 8 feet tall. Yeah. And he doesn't come off as tall in Remember the Titans. No. So that plus the beard. Yeah. I mean, I was with you. I had to Google it for sure.
It's like, are you sure that's the right person? Wait. So, I don't know.
Let's see. What else?
Oh, okay. So, quick thing.
What?
I was
Perfect. I didn't have anything to talk about anyway, so.
I was scrolling on TikTok and I do my daily thing where I'll search, TAB pod just to see the video that you posted, but you didn't post one yesterday. And I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, maybe he's
yeah,
just taking a break.
I got a little backed up.
But then he also didn't post one today.
Yeah, I know. I have it. It's right here on my timeline. So I edited all the long clips and I just have to make it into TikTok format. It was getting late. I had work today, so I'll double up today, so I'll make up for it. It's fine. I'm sorry that I didn't get it out there, but I'll make up for it.
Okay. I mean, I let like the 4th of July slide because I thought that was Spotify's issue.
No. I still uploaded the TikTok on 4th of July. Okay. And I upload the show. I was observing the holiday. Okay, I don't understand. Okay, fine, you let it slide. Anyway, I was fine with everything. I don't know if I like where this conversation's going now. What do you mean you were fine? What, you're not fine now?
I was just asking because I know you made that commitment where you're like, I'm gonna be on it. I'm gonna post videos every day on TikToks and I'm gonna hit the gym. But I'm like, all right, last episode you said you haven't gone to the gym. So look, I don't know what we doing out here.
Wow. You're putting me on blast like that, huh?
I'm just trying to hold you accountable like you told me to. And I quote, I'm gonna hold you accountable. I don't know if that actually said
I really hate it when my words come back to bite me. I get it, but I still have till the end of the summer to hit the gym and get everything. So we're good. Like, it's fine. I'll double up today and I'll hit the gym and I'll fast and it'll be fine.
I'll fast. You should have just let me held like my original amount of weight that I said you could realistically lose, but someone over here was an overachiever. It was like, no. You have no faith in me, Judy.
Yeah, Judy, you have no faith. The summer is not over yet, okay? Okay, so look, like I said, I will hit the number by the end of the summer. I will double up today. It will be fine, okay?
Okay, if that's... You guys heard it here. It's not just my word against Ryan's because he just said it.
I really
on recording.
I gotta send out 2 fucking clips today. Shit. Okay. All right. No, that's fine.
Just needed to bring that up before we get into our next half.
No, it's totally fine. It's totally fine. I'm not upset at all. I was totally expecting to get put on blast by my co-host right before we go into the outro. I was so happy because I don't have anything to talk about. I mean, I do, because I met an OnlyFans girl, and we're going to talk about that on the other side of the break. But I was so excited. I don't have anything to talk about. Cool. Judy's going to fill in for basically the rest of the show. Only for you to be like, look, bitch, what we doing? And now I just don't know how to feel. I'm going to take this time in the break. I'm just going to relax. Okay. So we will gather ourselves again. We'll see you guys in about 5 seconds. Thank you for watching A Conversation with Judy and Ryan. Woo! Welcome back to A Conversation with Judy and Ryan right here on YouTube at TABPOD. Check us out on all the social media, TikTok, Twitter. Also, listen to the audio version of the podcast on all of your audio platforms, Apple, Spotify, Amazon. Also, man, like, share, and subscribe. We need help, man. we can use some help out here.
Please. Because I looked,
I was going to say, I did see that some of our shorter content stuff that we're doing on YouTube, that thing that I'm also posting, I'll stop. I'm sorry. You're giving me a break. I'm still a little bitter. My bad. But the shorter stuff that we're posting, that did some decent numbers. I mean, for us anyway, nothing huge, but I think one of them got 75, 80 views. I was okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So
no, I was going to say on our TikTok, I kind of scrolled through our page and I mean, you were right, we're like in the 200, like the mid 200s views, but I like that the one video that has 800 views is my stalker story of all things.
So that one, I feel like it was a combination of things as to why we got that, right? I think that I had not posted for like a couple weeks before posting that one.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like TikTok was like, hey, here's this little dopamine hit.
Right.
How nice would it be if you got like this again? You should keep posting. Right? But then also, I think the word stalker is something that's very poignant, especially when you're talking about females. Like, I think from what I've seen with Alex's TikTok, and I know that they're all different, but hers has a lot of, hey, if you see this van and it doesn't make you feel comfortable, don't go by the van. You go inside and you tell someone that works in the store to call the police so that van doesn't have to make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, I get those videos too.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. And look, I know that I'm making fun, but it's 50-50. Like sometimes it's just a van, but I also get if you're a female and you're by yourself, you don't feel comfortable, then yeah, take care, do whatever you need to do in order to make sure you feel safe. So, but that's like I'm saying, that's why I think that because that's already a popular TikTok subgenre, if you will. So I think that's why it helped. So
that makes sense.
If you want to pull the girls out and get some real stalkers going, I'm not saying that we need to do that, but
right. We're not there at that tipping point yet.
But if you love the show, Judy, I'm just saying.
We're not that type of show yet, Ryan.
Yet. Oh, I'm so glad that you said yet, because that brings me to my story about how I met an OnlyFans model.
Okay.
So yesterday was very grueling at work, and it was a day of gruelingness after a week and a half of gruelingness.
Mm-hmm.
So at 3:00, I turned to my manager and I said, I'm going home. Right? I didn't have it mentally in me anymore. And so I'm going home. He's like, okay, can you usually take your lunch at 3:30? Can you wait till 3:30 and then you could just take off? Okay, cool. So I wait. I take another of the most mind-wrenchingly terrible calls ever.
Yeah.
That lasted a half hour.
Yay.
And made me zero money because it was for somebody else. And then I decided to go home at that point. Now, I have some time in my day that I normally don't have. I decided to go visit the people who own a podcasting studio that I used to work at about a year ago when I was doing this podcasting boxing show thing.
Yeah.
And they've always been super nice. I just wanted to jump in and be like, hey guys, miss ya. What's going on? Let's, you hiring.
Right.
So while I'm there, I meet this girl, Lana, and we're talking, and she's laughing at my jokes because I'm hysterical, but I'm also laughing at her jokes. And then she goes, yeah, you should be on my podcast. And I go, oh, you should be on my podcast.
Right. Yeah.
And so she goes, oh, here's my sticker. Oh, there we go.
Oh, I mean, it's blurry, but all I can see is what I need to see.
It's fine. We don't want to get like in trouble with YouTube. So we're not going to make it. But it says on it, anal backwards, because this girl's name is Lana.
Makes sense.
So she's like, are you on Instagram? Are you on Twitter? And I go, well, I'm on TikTok because I'm 7 and but I'm not really on anything else. I have a Twitter, but I don't use it because I'm 1,000 also. Like, all right, cool. I'm gonna follow you on Twitter. I was like, damn. So she follows me on Twitter, and then I look, and it's like OnlyFans content, which made a lot of sense with the sticker. Am I right?
Yeah.
I just this is how much it just goes over my head, right? I just thought it was the name of her podcast. I just thought her podcast was called Anal Backwards.
Right, because her name is Lana. That's kind of like very catchy. I love that.
Right, exactly.
But
I was color me impressed.
Right.
But no, because when you go on the little QR code on this thing.
Oh, she even has a QR code on her sticker?
Yeah, it's right here. It's right. The little QR code sends you to the link tree. And the link tree has everything. It has her own free OnlyFans, her paid for OnlyFans, her YouTube, her audio platforming like Amazon and Google. Check us out. A Conversation with Judy and Ryan. Like, share, subscribe. But it had everything. And then I'm realizing, oh, she does OnlyFans for a living. I've never met one of you in the wild.
Right. Like in person.
Right. And now that I understand that, and thankfully I didn't realize it until after the fact, right?
Yeah,
because honestly, between you and me, it took I have not been on Twitter for so long. It took way too long just to figure out how to find the notification to follow back.
No.
I was really hoping she would follow me on TikTok. I've got that parametered. I understand how that works.
Is she on the TikToks too, though?
I have no idea. Not according to her. I mean, maybe, but not on her link tree. So
okay.
Because OnlyFans, the first thing she asked me was Instagram, right? Yeah. But because that's where on Insta or a model would get her most play,
right?
So
yes.
But no, I'm 1,000, so I don't do the Instagram. In fact, I'm pretty sure that for whatever reason, my Take a Breath Instagram account was locked.
Of course.
I feel like it got locked for like doing something shady, even though I haven't posted like anything on there.
Right. Maybe that's why. They're like, it's an inactive account. They don't need it.
It was more threatening when I received that email. It was more like, you are no longer allowed to use this account. I could be just making that up. Yeah. Or in my mind, I could be blowing it up in my mind. I'm not making it up. I got the email. The email came.
Zuckerberg sent me an email.
Yeah. But now I have all these questions so at some point I will do her podcast, but I would also like for her to do ours because
oh my God, she could be our first guest.
Yes.
I would love that. I have so many questions.
Because a very simple one that's an obvious one, but I would still love to hear her story about is how does one become an OnlyFans girl?
Yes, how do I start one?
Keith is like, retirement? What? I'll get the light, babe. Don't worry.
He'll give me like the little microphone too. So
yeah, well, that, and then also, like, what aspects of OnlyFans are more profitable? I mean, honestly, obviously, she has like the nude stuff, right?
Right.
But she also has like she what's the word? Where she brands herself as like comedy OnlyFans. So is it that you're just doing like funny TikToks, but you're naked? Are you doing other? Yeah, there's so many different things that I can just, go out on my mind with. If you're watching on YouTube, cool. But if you're not, then you don't get to see me doing the flappies with my hands. I'm sorry, you missed out.
Flappies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then also another thing came through my mind as I was talking to this OnlyFans model that I might be doing a podcast with at some point. An episode of a podcast. Okay. I want to make that very clear. An episode. I will not be doing another podcast with anything other than Keith for the time being.
Yes. Sorry, everyone else.
But I was thinking like, Alex isn't going to like this.
Okay, I wanted to hear about like once you told Alex what happened. Like,
so I mean,
what'd she say?
So she didn't say anything bad.
Uh-huh.
I don't think she was happy about it, but she wasn't upset either. Like it wasn't even like how you women get that glare where it's like, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
Right. she wasn't even giving me that. Like, it was nothing but like trying to be positive vibes.
Yeah, like okay,
but you can tell that they're like forced positive vibes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great. Cross branding is amazing.
Yeah.
But I feel like an important person because on her Twitter, she has 300 followers.
Oh.
But that's not the big part. Shut up.
I was like, oh, okay.
You're like, oh, whatever. I got like 15,000. So, but
I don't, but okay.
She's only following 10 people.
Yes.
And take a breath. At TABPOD is one. I am one of the 10. Well, I guess we.
We.
Okay, just do it. I've been wanting to get that in though. I have my next Appreciate Me shirt. Maybe one day it will become merch, but not today. Today is just for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so OnlyFans girl, that was a interesting thing. I think Alex will be okay with me doing any kind of interview with her 100% if I'm in this house and she's in wherever she
somewhere else. Yes.
100%. I think she will also be fine if it happens at the studio we were at, because I think that's where she films out of, because that's a public place. There's other people there. It's being filmed.
I like how you have to like justify all these things.
I live with a Latina Leo. Okay, I have to justify everything that I fucking do. Okay. I was watching a short the other day, and it was like, oh, you're thinking about dating a Latina, okay? Well, these are the rules. First off, everything you think you knew, wrong. And she pulls up a plushie, and this plushie is obviously a strawberry, right?
Okay.
She goes, if I tell you that this is watermelon, it's watermelon. And that's the truest fucking thing I've ever heard. As someone who's been in this relationship for 4 years, yeah. And guess what? She found the one dude that doesn't back down, though. Me and her will go back and forth, and I'll say it's a fucking watermelon for 3 days. And she, because, but it's also like that because she doesn't want to admit this, but she is what I call a vanilla cream churro. Yeah, she can't. She has her headphones in. She is a vanilla cream churro, or as we like to call her in this house, churro de vainilla creme. And the reason for that is because she is Mexican on the outside and white on the inside.
So like a Twinkie and an Asian version. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. A Twinkie. Oh, it's like a Twinkie and an Asian version. Like, no, the Twinkie is the Asian version of that. Yes. Okay. So yeah. So that's how she argues with me though when she's being hard-headed about something. You know, so I gotta put her in place and be like, cállate, churro de vainilla creme.
It's just funny.
Just lazy creme. Oh,
that's
all right.
Cute.
Quick update.
Oh my God.
On Gladiators.
Yes.
Good news. My little vanilla cream churro found us in season 1.
She found season 1?
She did.
Where you have
to go on a certain app and play it through that app specifically in order to get it. And even then, you're kind of bootlegging it because it says season 1 not available, but then you just scroll down and the episodes are right there.
Okay.
And we tested it in here the other day, and yeah, it works. So what I have to do now is figure out how to also get, and I'm sure I'll just have to do a screen share or something, but figure out how to also get Keith to be able to watch that with me. And then we have to figure out which of the amazing names that I came up with to use. Because honestly, I was feeling down about them last week, but hearing them again, there's some winners. Gladiator guys, that's amazing. I know you weren't big. Locker Room Lads.
Locker Room Lads, I liked.
Right?
Okay. And I know you didn't like it, but I like the horn, the sound the horn one.
Sound the horn.
I just, and then you play it. I was like, okay, I can see that like transitioning to. Oh, I'm sorry, got a little excited there. My my microphone almost knocked over.
The only issue I think with that is I actually have to watch the shows. I'm pretty sure they did cold opens for everything. So if you're not aware of what a cold open is, that is the opening before they do the intro song or the intro to the show, right? So it would be like the host of the show doing an interview with one of the gladiators, or he just like, oh, we have a lot of competition ready to go today on American Gladiators, and then it would go to the song, right? So that is my one concern, but I mean, it didn't work for the swear jar. I'll figure it out. I will figure that out. But I mean, I can make a sounder with the American Gladiators theme song and play that right before we start the show. That's nothing. Okay.
I thought you were like, I'm like, oh, okay, it's nothing. My bad.
No, I'm saying making
making
that sounder is now, because it's just taking sound from the show or whatever, or ripping it right from downloading it from legally from Apple or wherever it is legally available to purchase.
Yes,
always. Because I only ever honestly, I used to steal a lot of music. My LimeWire used to have so much music in it, and this I'm showing a very long length on YouTube, but this doesn't even show. Why does my neck looks weird? Sorry, not even this is enough to show you how much I had tens of thousands of songs downloaded. Okay, I'm surprised I didn't go to jail. Okay. But guess what? As soon as they started letting me buy the song instead of having to buy a whole dumbass album,
right?
I started buying them, and now it's included with my phone plan, so I just have free Apple Music.
Yes, streaming all day. I know it's
exactly.
I still have I can't remember. I still have my old iPod, and I was like, damn, it has all these songs because my friend fixed it for me, and I was like, wow, none of these songs I paid for.
Okay, when you say old iPod, though, are we talking the original thick boy?
No,
or are we talking one of the first Nanos, a shuffle?
No. I wish it's somewhere in this room, but it's a iPod video, so it's like square. But it still has the the clicky, but it also plays videos. So
yep, okay, I know which one. Yeah, you know which one I miss, and I only miss it because it's fucking useless nowadays. It's the pure nostalgia. But the iPod Shuffle,
just the stick.
Yeah, it was the stick, and this tells you how old it is, right? Because its whole thing was you load 50 songs onto it. And it plays them shuffled. You have no control over it. But that shows you how old it was, that you could load a whopping 50 songs onto it. For anyone who doesn't understand, 50 songs is less than, I don't know. It's less than a quarter of a gigabyte. Most thumb drives that you have nowadays are minimum a gigabyte. So that's what I'm saying as to how little that amount of memory / music actually was. How long ago it was that you'll get 50 songs. You'll never run out of things to listen to.
And then they made a smaller version of it, the iPad Shuffle Nano, and you just kind of clip it. Yeah, you're able to just clip it anywhere.
I didn't remember them being called, because they also had, or maybe they just rebranded at some point, but I thought that they just had iPod Nanos.
They did.
Okay.
It has it has the iPad Nanos had the screen. It had a screen, and that's all I knew about it. But
no, I thought that was iPod Video that you have.
No, there's so
Oh my
many
God,
different
there's
versions.
so
Yeah,
many.
there's a
This
lot.
is how people on YouTube literally have entire careers reviewing old Apple shit.
Apple, yes, because and they like I've seen some where they're like, oh, it's an unopened iPhone, like the very first one that they ever returned. We're gonna
Not even a
unbox it
3G?
here.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
oh
Yeah.
God. I kind of
Anyways.
and I used to keep all of my old iPhones, and then like around 2016, I purged. I feel bad that I should have kept them. I don't have the room for them, but
No,
I should have kept
I
them.
wanted to. Eventually, we started giving like our old iPhones to our relatives in the Philippines.
That's what I started doing that too. Like uh I would either use it for a trade-in, because here's
Mm-hmm.
the secret. What you do is you keep, if you have two phones that are relatively around the same age, if like maybe one's a generation newer and one's older, trade in the old one. They'll still give you the credit for what.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, you might not get all the fucking money because it's not the newest of the new. It's close enough. It's
Mm-hmm.
Plus, they mostly, you wait for a good time of the year. They just are trying to get you in the door. Any phone, and we'll give you a new iPhone.
Yeah, it's so true. Because Keith did that when he got the 14 Pro last year, but he just bought like an open box on Amazon for like $200, and he returned it and he got $1,000 credit. Like
See?
you win in here.
Yeah. I have in my room, I have I want to say it's a 12, could even be an 11, but it's a big one. But yeah, the next time I'm getting ready to trade in, that's the phone I'm trading in. And then my phone is going to become my new sleeping phone because I need to have separate phones for
Yeah,
everything. So
it's okay.
it is okay. I'm
We
fine. Everything's
understand.
fine. You
All right.
know, can't believe you put me on black. Anyway, gotta moving on.
We're moving on.
I know we're moving
Okay.
on. So here, this will be fun.
Okay.
I have a list. Oh no, we're talking about phones.
Oh no. Yeah. Phones.
You have a dumb phone story. I can't believe I
Wow.
almost missed it.
Yes. Okay. Over the
By the way,
weekend.
I love I love your
What?
yes. I want to clip that. Yes.
Like every time I've said it.
I
Oh
love
man.
every time you say it because there's a pure joy in it. Like you're so excited when I hear that yes. Because I've heard other yeses from you that are not pure joy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, there you go. That one. That one. Yes. And then yes. All right. Sorry. Go ahead. What happened with your
No.
dumb phone?
Okay, so on my phone I do the iOS beta program where you can test out the newest iOS developments before like they release it officially.
Why do I already feel like this is gonna be you're gonna complain about your phone story, but really it's your fault for taking place or taking part in an experimental
No, no,
program?
no, no, no.
Anyway, go ahead. No, go ahead. This will be
Anyways,
fun. This will be fun.
anyways, okay. So I have I want to say this is the 13,
Okay.
but
13
I
Pro, 13 regular, 13 Pro Max.
13
Okay.
Pro regular, not the Max. I can't do the Max ones anymore because
Alex did the Max one. Same. I need a regular phone.
yeah, I can. I was Max before, but then I downsized because my hands were too small and it didn't make sense. But okay, sorry. Anyways,
And yet you're with a real man like Keith. I don't think that's the reason you got rid of the phone. From what I hear, it's like a pipe. Anyway.
oh my gosh. Okay.
I was talking about his arms, like you got the pipes and you put your hands all over him. What were you
And the
thinking about?
shoulders. It was very broad
Yeah, what were you? What
shoulders.
kind of pipe were you? Oh, you were thinking about getting piped.
Okay, let's
sense.
continue on to my iPhone story.
I would have said
Where
baseball bat.
okay, over the weekend, let me
Lincoln
continue.
log.
Over the weekend, my phone just kept saying like SIM failure, and it was just on SOS, right? Can you not do
It's a real man.
I'm trying to tell my story
I know.
again every time. Every time.
Honestly,
Okay.
I'm so glad that you said anything because I was looking at the camera. I couldn't see the screen. If you had not said pay attention to me, I wouldn't have seen him. So thank you so much, Judy. I love you so much. Please continue.
As I was saying, my phone kept saying sim failure, sim failure. I was like, why does it keep saying this? This is being stupid. And it was just SOS, SOS. I didn't have any signal, but because I was home all weekend and I was on Wi-Fi, I was still getting all of my normal texts because all of my family and friends mostly all have iPhones. So I'm still getting them. So I'll restart my phone and I'll have like my little bars. And at some point again, it'll just say SOS. So I'm like, oh, this is just weird. I was like, okay, I'm on Wi-Fi all weekend, doesn't matter. I'll fix it later. So Monday comes around, I'm heading to work, and I realize I can't listen to my Spotify or anything because I don't have Wi-Fi in the car. I was like, damn, now I have to listen to the radio. Ew.
Now I have to listen to the radio like a poor. I don't. The Queen doesn't do the radio.
Yeah, so then I call when I get to work, I call AT&T. I was like, "Hey, I don't have service on my phone and I'm calling from my like office line." And the lady's like, "Oh, we're going to send you a text on your phone so you can read us the code." I go, "Lady, I don't have service and it's going to come as a regular text message, not an iMessage. So I'm not going to get it." And she's like, "Oh, well, you're just going to have to take it to an AT&T store." I was like, "Fine. I'll go to an AT&T store at my lunch." And so the man, it takes me like 5 minutes at the AT&T store. The guy was like, "Oh, we'll just take out your SIM card because you don't need this anymore," because I still had a physical SIM card. He's like, "We'll just do an eSIM." I go, "What the fuck is an eSIM?" Why
Look,
did you
yo,
guys
bitch.
get rid of it? And why is there still a little fucking like tray here for a SIM card when I don't need it? There's eSIMs.
So, without knowing anything about eSIM, if I had to guess, I would say the tray is there for unlocked phones, and they
Oh,
can do
okay.
eSIMs with like locked phones, like an AT&T phone.
Mm-hmm.
That, like I said, that's without me understanding anything about the technology. But I'm obviously a genius, and I know everything about everything. So,
And I figured like if it was international, they still use SIM cards and you can just pop in an international SIM
there
card and
you
use it that
go.
way.
Well,
But
yeah, but now you
still.
can just email yourself an eSIM. Where are you going? Italy? Click, 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 click. Done.
Right. They could just format it. And that just blew my mind. He's like, "Well, you don't need this SIM card anymore." He's like, "Just throw it away." I'm like, "Oh, okay. I'll throw it away then." Yeah. So, but it was kind of nice. It made sense why I wasn't getting like phone calls, like spam calls all weekend because I had no service. So,
So
yeah.
this story, I love this story for so many different reasons. I mean, the first one is because it is just you being your natural self, right? The second part is because and this is on me, but I assume things when you tell me things.
Uh-huh.
When you told me you had a dumb phone story, I didn't think you meant like just all one sentence, like dumb phone story. I thought you meant like dumb phone, comma, story. Like you were going to be having an issue with your phone specifically that like could not have been prevented in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And then I just find out like, oh, you just didn't want to go to the store over the weekend.
Because I thought I was like, all right, I can just keep resetting it and it'll be fine. Uh-oh.
And it
Turn
puts
it
the
on and
story,
off, it always helps.
it just puts that story into a completely different light. But I am here for it. I appreciate you telling all of your stories and telling us how it's the company's fault that something happened when really the company is, and I hate saying this, doing a good job and taking care of things in a timely manner.
Oh, I love it.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
great. Anyways, my phone is fixed now and it's never gonna do that thing ever. It will never say SIM failure ever again.
Because of eSIMs.
Because of eSIMs
That's also,
taking over.
that's gotta be new. Also, because I just got my phone last year and I don't have an eSIM. Same with Alex. She just got her phone same time as me. She doesn't have an eSIM. So,
Oh, well, maybe you guys should go to your carrier and get an eSIM now.
why? I don't have SIM failure.
I don't know.
Why are you
Maybe
trying
you
to tell
will.
me, dude? Why you just don't want to be left out? You just don't want to be the only one with an eSIM. Let me hold on to my physical media, okay? God.
It's
First
true.
it was
It's true.
you
Now
took
they're
away
tracking me everywhere.
you took away my CDs. Now you're taking away my SIM cards. What's next?
Might just take that lordship away from me at this point.
Wow.
Ooh, did I push a
Wow.
button?
You did push a button. I thought we were over this. I thought we were past this, Judy. I had a whole thing we were about to do in which we talked about what name makes you sound old. But now you got to bring up stuff because you want to be cool. Because you don't think that I'll say anything.
Old people or
no,
old people names.
No.
Oh, okay.
You wanted to bring this up? We can bring this up. Because I thought we were past it. I've been trying to be a good person through this whole show. I've been trying to be the bigger person.
You have an okay.
And here we are. So what? You gonna take my lordship? Is that what you're saying?
Huh? Yeah. Yes, I did say that.
Really? Yes, you ain't gonna take my stop. You're gonna let me go until the end of the summer. We already know what's gonna happen. Okay, Judy. You're gonna smile and you're gonna be like, okay, I'll let you. And it's gonna go back to where at the end of the summer, I'll have killed myself to get down in weight, but then I'll have done it because it's me. And I always fucking prevail when I need to. And you're gonna be like, yeah, you did it because you love me, and that's fine. You're allowed to support me like that. Let's not pretend this whole thing like you're going to actually take my lordship today. Then it takes away, you know what? You do that. We don't have any kind of drama throughout the summer on if I will or will not be able to do. Will he go to the gym? Won't he go to the gym? No, it's just over. It's a fuck you. No more lordship. And then what are we going to do all summer? Talk about clowns? I don't even like clowns.
I mean, look, you can't even be Lord Clown Boy anymore because the Lord won't even exist.
Why would it not exist, Judy?
Because we're going to take it away.
You're not taking it. You trying to take it away? Is that what you? What do you mean? Yeah. What do you mean? Yeah. I don't like it.
It's a
in non-TikTok language, it's a What is that for someone?
It sounded like we are gonna take it away from you, and by we I mean me because it's just me.
How are you gonna take it away? It is not the end of the summer. I have not weighed in at the end of the summer. Well, how are you able to take it away from me?
We're like 3/4 done with the summer. I mean, not weather-wise because it's still hot. So
what? So it's hot, exactly. I'll sweat this ass off in a week. It'll be fine. All I got to do is go outside for 4 hours. I'll be down in no time.
I'm just saying, I feel that you don't need it anymore because it's already basically over. So just
no. The weight thing.
So it's just stripped.
We said the weight thing could wait until the end of the summer. So you know what? Unless you got something else, I don't want to hear about this weight thing anymore. Okay.
Okay, but I mean, what about the TikToks and
what about it? I said I double do it tonight. It's fine.
All right, but what if it's not up tonight? How we gonna know? Because then we won't circle back until next Thursday when we record again. And then
exactly.
What if I'm missing more episodes? How will I know?
You'll look on TikTok. It'll be fine. Right? It'll be fine.
You keep saying that, but I don't believe it. It's gonna be fine. It'll be fine.
I'm very offended I'm very offended that you're trying to take my lordship right now.
All right, so we just gonna wrap up, right? So
I'm gonna, you know what? I'll allow it because everybody loves an underdog story. I am going. I'm gonna figure out a way to get it back. And when I get it back, it's gonna be so much better than just I look good now. I have more energy now. I am in a fitter healthier place now. No. It's going to be everyone is needing to appreciate me and suck my lordly dick because it will be that massive. Okay? So go ahead. Have your little moment, Judy.
Okay.
Take my lordship. I'm actually upset right now. I'm sorry. I'm a little upset. Yeah, we might actually need to call it a show for the rest of the day. I was trying to play it up.
We were. My bad, y'all.
Like
we still had a few minutes left, but I guess we're just cutting it short today.
I don't like it when people move the goalpost on me. So that's what. I don't know if we'll have a show next week. I'm feeling that way right now. I'm not saying the show's over. I'm just saying like I need to be in control of something right now. God damn it. Yeah. So thanks for listening to a conversation with Judy and Ryan. I don't like that you're laughing at me so much, Judy.
I'm sorry.
I'm upset. And here you are just laughing. You're laughing at our friendship right now. And here you are just giggling and gaggling like we're a fucking brunch.
I feel like I need to play that Drake song where he just says, I'm upset.
I'm not a sad pony, okay?
Okay, well, see you guys next week on the conversation with
dickhead. Don't make me laugh. Do not. There's a conversation with Judy and Ryan. We'll see you next week, maybe. Bye.